Sean Terry here, and we are starting Convert More Deals. I am so pumped about this training. Can you guys see me okay? Looking good, Sean. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, exactly. The American flag. Anyway, so and I am a patriot, prior U.S. Marine, so I love the American flag. Let me press this. Okay, so the bottom line is I am pumped about this training. Convert More Deals. This is something I have been working on, planning for a while, and primarily so you guys understand the what we're going to do and how it's going to work and the process and stuff like that. Is that I wanted to create this for my company, right? For the purposes of onboarding new sales reps. So we're hiring somebody, and there's a training process to bring them on so they know how to do the procedures right. What we want to do is, instead of, yeah, you can go out in appointments and stuff like that, but have an educational portal for people to plug into their sales team into that can teach them the specifics on how to go out and convert an appointment into a contract and everything in between, the right way to do it to increase your conversions out of control. That's why I wanted to create this. Two things. One, obviously, for my company. Two, for number one, for brand new people. If you're getting started in your marketing and you're sending mail and you're talking to sellers, this training will be great for you. Okay, so if you're brand new, you're in the absolute right space because it's great because you can learn the entire process instead of spending tens of thousands of dollars on mail, and then all of a sudden finding out that, holy cow, what you could have done to convert more deals. So this is great if you're starting out. This is also great if you're experienced and you're a solopreneur and you're just getting started, or you've been doing deals, you've been 3, 5, 7 deals a month, and you want to learn how to convert more of your appointments into contracts. And you're just, like I said, a solopreneur. This is great. And this is great, for someone like Frank on here. Has a team of people, and he's in Florida. You got a team of people. This is great for plugging your people in, where you can ask for login access for your team, and they can plug in and they can learn exactly how to do this the right way. So you're spending your time on managing your business, and what happens is I get to train them. So initially what we're doing right now is, and when we go through this, today, in the way the weeks are broken down, today is more for the operator. It's more for directed toward you, the individual, the person, taking the course. The manager person, the person that's looking to hire a team, what the structure looks like, understanding what you're building, right? And then week 3, 4, or week 2, 3, and 4 is specifically the 9-step seller conversion sequence. And we're going to go through each step individually. And then at the end of week 4, I've got a bonus for you, and I want to talk to you about some killer stuff, not only with our AdWords campaign, but our AdWords campaign tied in with Facebook retargeting. We have increased our conversions dramatically and reduced our cost per lead dramatically, tying AdWords, our training. And I'm going to show you the AdWords account. I'm actually going to give you access. I'm going to give you all that. I'm going to show you how that works, give you the training videos to basically install it and how it works and stuff. But then I'm going to show you specifically how to use Facebook to literally track every visitor that goes to your site. So that's going to be a bonus. It's an unannounced bonus that I'm going to talk about at the end of week 4 to basically increase so you can get more appointments. Okay, so it's going to be super exciting. Cool. So the bottom line is that once we're done this is something you're going to have access for your team. This is something you have access for the rest of your life. And once you have access to it, once you're done, and you guys are part of my core team right here about essentially helping me put this through together. At the end of the training today, I'm going to open it up for questions. And so you know, we have a specific format that we're going to go through. Today's more about exactly what we're building as a sales team. We're going to talk about compensation. We're going to talk about structure. We're going to talk about how to hire, what you're looking for, and things like that. So once you understand that, then we can go into now managing those people and then understanding the process of closing, which is killer. All right. So now what's going to happen, so you guys know, is that this is being recorded. Now what we're going to do initially, for time's sake, is we're going to take this entire video and we're going to put it up in the membership site. So for you guys and for the people that couldn't attend. But then what Chelsea's going to do is she's going to go through and break each section down into bite-sized chunks. So I have everything broken down into segments. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a segment, we're going to stop, we're going to do a segment, we're going to stop, we're going to do a segment, we're going to stop. And what this is going to do is allow her, when she's taking this big long video, to break it into different segments into, so we're going to have week 1, and we're going to have a bunch of different segments. So then, if you want to go directly to compensation and how you pay your people, you can go right to it instead of having to go through the big, long, entire video, okay? It's going to be broken up into sections, and that's the way, and, down the road, if you want to access the content or have probably your team member access it, you can have them start on module 2, and you can have them go through each different section on how to prepare their file, how to show up early, what you do when you show up early with a seller, and everything in between for the 9-step seller conversion sequence. So that's essentially how we're going to do it. And then, like I said, we're going to do a Q&A section at the end, and I'll answer some questions. And if you could basically gear the questions specifically toward the content today, and not get into the content we're going to talk about in the next couple, over the next couple weeks, that would help. I get a lot of questions. Well, how do you comp a property? Well, that's not what we're talking about. We'll talk about that next week. Or how do you use the custom covert intuitive presentation in a manner? Well, we'll talk about that. That's part of our training that we're going to go through. So if you keep the questions geared specifically toward this week, that would be great. And I'd be happy to get on and answer. I love doing this stuff. It's so much fun. And we are going to have a blast doing it. All right. So let me tell you what we're going to cover today, so you understand. Okay. So first off, today we're coming from the operator's standpoint. Okay. The operator. And so we're going to talk about how to build a highly effective, motivated closing machine team, right? How to have a killer team, and be able to locate these people, find them, recruit them, train them, and have them in your organization. So you're going to understand the overall, the big picture of what we're creating, and then down to the granular person on exactly specifically, what we're looking for in a person. Then also, too, what we are, what numbers they're going to report on, what the roles are, responsibilities. We're going to get into the scorecard. I'm going to show you our completely updated new scorecard of all the numbers that we have tracked, that we track on a weekly basis. We're going to talk about the employment contract, right? Specifically, what's in the contract. We have non-competes in the contract, that we have in there. We have trial periods in the contract, so I'm going to explain that and how that works. We're going to also talk about payroll services. What payroll? There's some people that hire people, and they have a whole entire team that are 1099 employees. Well, you can get in trouble with the IRS doing that, right? Because you're going to have to prove, right, that these guys are 1099. And if you're providing leads for them, you're providing a phone for them, maybe you're providing an office for them and stuff like that, and they're not billing you for your time, then there could be some issues when it comes to that. Now, like I said, I'm not an accountant or whatever, but the bottom line is that you just want to make sure, and I would seek an accountant's advice before you structure. So the way I structure it is I hire employees. They're W-2 employees. and I have a payroll service I work with, and we'll get into that. And then we're going to talk about how to specifically, the process I use to find those rock stars. And it's an easy process. It's phenomenal. It works great. It's how I found most of the talent is working with me. And you literally can take 100 applicants and narrow it down to 2 or 3, and they narrow down themselves. They deselect themselves out of the process, and it only leaves just the best people for you. Right, so that's what we're going to cover today. It's going to be phenomenal, and it's going to rock the house.